Well, hello! Welcome back to my channel. Joshana here to talk about a few friggin' books that I have acquired recently. And pretty much all of them are books I have actually read from the library and enjoyed enough that I wanted physical copies for rereading purposes. Not all of them, though. And honestly, this isn't like a large haul, so this is probably going to be a very quick video. And I should probably just wait until I have more or I have an unhaul to tie in with it, but whatever. This is what we're doing. So this first one is actually a book that I don't think I have talked about yet on my channel. No, definitely not. It's one I finished right in the beginning of August, like literally, I think. Yeah, I started it on July 31st and I finished it on August 2nd. And yeah, I read it from the library, but I fucking loved it. It's a new fave. Oh no, I did. Oh no, I'm editing that video right now. Okay, yeah. I was like, I did do a vlog talking about like picking up random books from the library, but it hasn't gone, at least currently while I'm recording this, it hasn't gone up yet. Probably by the time this comes up, that will be up. So I will have talked about this on my channel. Whatever, neither here nor there. The book in question is Nothing to See Here by Kevin Wilson. This is one that I had seen before, and like I've heard of this book before. The other books in that vlog, like random library picks, I had never even heard of before. This one I had, but I didn't really know anything about it. I had no idea what it was about or anything. And yeah, spoiler, I loved it. Like a new fave, like of all time, I'm pretty sure. And it was so good. I don't want to spoil anything, but the synopsis of this one: two old friends reunite under the strangest of circumstances. Lillian and Madison haven't spoken since they were inseparable roommates at boarding school when they were in high school. But now, more than 10 years later, Madison needs Lillian's help in raising her twin stepkids. The catch is that the twins spontaneously combust when they get agitated, their skin igniting with beautiful, startling flames. Lillian accepts the job, and over one humid, demanding summer, everything she thought she knew about love, family, and empathy is turned completely and irreversibly upside down. The dark humor in this is so fucking funny. Like, the authorial voice, ugh, delicious. And then, like, you would think, like, it sounds kind of silly, right? These kids that spontaneously combust, and they, like, legitimately do. Sometimes it was hilarious. Again, darkly humorous with what was happening. But then, like, it made me get choked up. It made me teary several times. Like, I got, like, actual tears in my eyes. I wasn't, like, sobbing or anything, but I got tears in my eyes several times. So heartwarming. So touching. Oh my God. Loved it. So yeah, definitely needed a copy for rereading. And because of that, I did then pick up another Kevin Wilson book, The Family Fang, which I think is a movie now as well. I got a used copy from Bookman's. This one, synopsis: Annie and Buster Fang have spent most of their adult lives trying to distance themselves from their famous artist parents, Caleb and Camille. But when a bad economy and a few bad personal decisions converge, the two siblings have nowhere to turn but their family home. Reunited under one roof for the first time in more than a decade and surrounded by the souvenirs of their unusual upbringing, Buster and Annie are forced to confront not only their creatively ambitious parents, but the chaos and confusion of their childhood. And yeah, I'm very excited to get to this. Hoping that Kevin Wilson will become a new, like, fave auto-buy author. We shall see. Then I had to get a copy of Blood on Her Tongue by Joanna Van Vane. And this one I tried fucking finding everywhere prior to going to Amazon, but I couldn't fucking find it anywhere. I could have got it from bookshop.org, but I don't know. In the habit of going to Amazon. But yeah, I looked at the local bookstores. They didn't have it. When I went to Michigan, I looked at both airport bookstores at the airports I was in. Didn't have it. I looked at two bookstores, different bookstores while I was there in Michigan, like local bookstores that I was trying to get it from. Couldn't fucking find it. So then I was just like, fuck it. I'm just going to get it from Amazon. Because I wanted this deluxe edition with the fucking beautiful blood dripped edges, because like I said, it's got like the bubbles in it and everything. It's not just like cartoony, like solid red, you know? And I've talked about this recently. This is gothic horror-ish. The synopsis on the back. The Netherlands, 1887. Lucy's twin sister, Sarah, is unwell. She refuses to eat, mumbles nonsensically, and is increasingly obsessed with a centuries-old corpse recently discovered on her husband's grand estate. The doctor has diagnosed her with temporary insanity caused by a fever of the brain. To protect her twin from a terrible fate in a lunatic asylum, Lucy must unravel the mystery surrounding her sister's condition. But it's clear her twin is hiding something. Then again, Lucy is harboring secrets of her own, too. Then the worst happens. Sarah's behavior takes a turn for the strange. She becomes angry and hungry. Lucy soon comes to suspect that something is trying to possess her beloved sister. Or is it madness? As Sarah changes before her very eyes, Lucy must reckon with the dark, monstrous truth or risk losing her forever. Fucking loved this book. Favorite of the year for sure. Upon reread, I could see it. It might even right now be like a fave of all time. I don't know. Grotesque in all the best ways. There's some scenes that are just gonna live in my brain until my dying day, probably. Like just, but again, in the best way. So, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Another one that I had read from the library a few months back, and this one I was debating. I was like, I don't know, because I wasn't like, oh my God, obsessed with it, but it's such a good book, and I think it is one that will like benefit from rereads. Like it'll hit even more. And it was like, there were so many quotes I saved from this, like in my quotes journal, of just deeply touching, moving, romantic lines. And that is Shark Heart by Emily Habeck. And this is a debut, I'm pretty sure. The synopsis here: for Lewis and Wren, their first year of marriage is also their last. A few weeks after their wedding, Lewis receives a rare diagnosis. He will retain most of his consciousness, memories, and intellect, but his physical body will gradually transform into a great white shark. At first, Wren resists accepting her husband's fate. Then, a glimpse of Lewis's developing carnivorous nature activates long-repressed memories for Wren, whose story vacillates between her childhood, her time with a college girlfriend, and her unusual friendship with a woman pregnant with twin birds. Woven throughout is the story of Wren's mother, Angela, who becomes pregnant with Wren at 15 in an abusive relationship. In the present, all of Wren's grief rises to the surface, and she makes an impossible choice. And yeah, it sounds so weird, but it's in our world, but with a twist of there is like a genetic mutation that can happen, and it can happen in the womb from a human woman. She could have this genetic mutation within her where when she gets pregnant, she gives birth to animal babies. Or it can happen where like as you get older, you eventually turn into whatever type of animal. And it is pretty rare to become a great white shark. So it's not necessarily super rare to have this genetic mutation. And it's rare enough, but it's not like everyone has it. But like it's understood as a thing that can happen. But it is very rare for it to be like you're turning into a great white shark. And it's very literary. Like it's, chapters are like this. They're very short. It's like kind of little vignettes, essentially. And so I read through it pretty quickly, and yeah, it's like more somber, but there are like lighthearted, funny moments, like dark humor type of thing. But generally the tone of it is very like kind of just sad, but again, like romantic and heartwarming, tragic, moving. And yeah, I don't know. It stuck with me. So I wanted to be able to reread it myself and annotate as I see fit. This is not a new haul. I just thought I'd share this because when I went home to Michigan, I have several, like, my chapter books that I had when I was a kid. I read so many more from the library, but, like, some of my favorites that I owned physically, I have them here. I brought them back from Michigan, I think over a couple of times. But then we have a whole box of, like, little kids, like, picture books from when I was a kid, and some of them, like, there's nostalgia there. I kind of like, oh, I remember it, but I'm like, I'm not gonna have kids, so there's no need for me to keep these to, like, pass down to my children or anything, and, Like, there's a couple little kids in my life out here in Phoenix, but they weren't like, oh, I need to keep these. However, this one, Pigs by Robert Munch, I guess, art by Michael Marchenko. I remember this one so vividly. My mom would like read it during like my classes a lot. Like, she would come in and like read this at like story time, and she would read it to us at bed, like at nighttime, going to bed. And I have such vivid like nostalgia for it. So I was like, oh, I did kind of want that one. So I took Pigs. It's just so cute. Oh my God, I love it. And then a random one I grabbed from Bookman's when I was there. I had a fair amount of credit from turning in some books, and I saw this and I was like, wait a minute. The Rap Yearbook by Shea Serrano, forward by Ice-T, and illustrated by Arturo Torres. And it's, yeah, the most important rap song from every year since 1979, discussed, debated, and deconstructed. And I just thought it sounded so cool. And it's got just all kinds of cool stuff, all kinds of cool artwork. And I don't know, I just thought it seemed really fun. It reminded me of the nonfiction I read earlier this year, Hip Hop is History, by Questlove. Just kind of going through, this is though going through, I don't know, yeah, I guess I don't know who is determining the most important song of each year. I'll have to read to find out, I guess. I don't know if it's like the most popular, you know, type of thing or what, but I'm going to find out, and I'm intrigued. And that is all. Like I said, not too many. I do also have a coloring book that I got, if anyone cares. One of these, like, where you fill in the ink. Instead of, like, you don't color, really. You just fill in the lines over the white to, like, draw it in. I started it on this one. I don't know how I feel about it, but I was like, oh, that could be fun sometimes when I don't feel like picking colors. Have you gotten any new fun books recently, either purchasing or from the library or whatever? Let me know in the comments below. And have you read any of the ones that I picked up and talked about here? Or do you plan on reading any of them? Did I make any of them sound intriguing? Or, of course, you can leave an emoji to say hi, make your presence known if you feel so inclined. As always, thank you so much for your time. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.